Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel. It's the Tier 6 German SPG located on the west spawn of Airfield. It's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and it's her first submission for the weekend lie-in competition. If you don't know about the competition, then where have you been? Yes, every week, Angelina75 and talon1958, who are a real-life couple, actually have a competition for who gets the best Arty replay, and the highest mastery wins. And if they're tied on masteries, then it's the highest medals, or number of medals, and if it's tied on medals, then it goes down to the win 8 of the results. Okay, the 15cm howitzer on this is the same as on the Griller. It's the stock gun, but it's actually more accurate than the 15cm big gun, which is the top gun. And yes, you can land shells very accurately on enemy tanks. Rounds out. Look at that one shot, and she gets a penetration 600 hit points, which is a high roll. It's 480 alpha. I was about to say that. 480 alpha, 38mm pen, and 6.7 meters on the burst radius, 6.5 to 10.5 seconds of stun. The benefit of using the stock gun is you get more ammo, you get a faster reload, it seems to dial in quicker as well, and it's just got a higher trajectory, which means that the shells tend to land where you want them to, even if the enemy is trying to hide behind a rock. Well, Angelina's spotted an opportunity, and she's changing position so she can get better shots on the enemy. But she's also very conscious that now there is somebody out there who is shooting at Arty when they get the opportunity to. So Arty has to take precautions and place themselves in a corner where they can't be shot at by the enemy team without their knowledge. Yes, there are several places on this map, especially the Temple Mount, that an enemy tank can shoot at the Arty if they can spot where the trace is coming from. Well, we've got a Burza in the tunnel, the pass I should say, and we've got a T103 and an AMX M445. It's Tier 8 game with Tier 6 tanks in it. Now she's loaded again, going to be the Burza this time I think. Oh, red line. So instead she's going for the AMX M4. And she gets 44 hit points of splash. Oh dear. You can see that Angelina has the Achievements Award for lots of ace tankers, because they're all on the back of the vehicle. And it's just the same as that Strip had. Okay, AMX M4 just dialing in again. Looks about right. Rounds out. Lands alongside him. Okay, we've got some fairly weakly armoured tanks on this side. There's a Jackson, a VK 2801105. Now he can be taken down with a bit of splash actually, because he's only got a few hit points there. But Angelina appears to be searching for other tanks. Okay, she's going for the VK. Oh! Well, she thought that the guy was going to pull back a bit further, and he didn't. Angelina does relocate after most shots. Arty players have to relocate a bit more often nowadays if they want to stay alive. Okay, the VK there is backing off, but he's going to come back up the slope again. There you go. And when he does, rounds out. Well, he actually died to one of our teammates before our shell arrived, but it would have been the same thing, because the shell landed right alongside where he was. So he would have got the kill, and she would have got the kill. But she's moving forward to get close to the enemy, because although the stock gun is more accurate, it's also a shorter range Arty. Going for the Jackson. Not fully dialed in, but she's going to try. Rounds out. Yep, direct hit, 170. Leaves them on a one shot. In fact, a splash kill now. Okay, going back to the pass, we can see the T103 is still in there. Looks like the Burza tried to move a bit further forward, but paid for it. Okay, we're going to try and put a round into him. Rounds out. Ah, she anticipated he would drive back forward again. He did. Got a T-34-85. He's got that far, but he stopped to take a shot. Now. Okay, stopped again. Angelina's not loaded yet, but she will be momentarily. And rounds out. Direct hit, 166. We won't like that. Angelina changing position again, so can't return fire if you don't know where the enemy Arty is. Okay, she's looking around for the target on the mini-map. There are not many enemies actually in sight, so she's having difficulty trying to find a target she can shoot at. Under these circumstances, normally what you'd do is you'd try the occasional blind shot where you think the enemy might be located. Some enemies do tend to hide in bushes, and that makes them fairly susceptible. Now, it's very likely the enemy on the Temple Mount might go to the north side of Temple Mount, but she's actually decided to go for where the Cromwell was last spotted. And in fact, she's found him. Rounds out. Here we go. Direct hit, 159. And he goes down afterwards. So she got the stun assist off that one as well. Okay, the KV2's on the move. Okay, she get a shot. Well, he pulls forward, but he's turning as he's doing it, which might mean he's actually changing course. He is coming this way. Okay, so she is going to get a chance. Unfortunately, we lose sight of him. And just at that moment, we also locate that KV-1S on the enemy team. And there's also a crocodile just the other side. She's gone for the crocodile instead. Oh! And the shell hit something else in the way. But the enemy KV-1S has been wiped out, so she doesn't need to worry about him. She fired that shot at the crocodile, but something got in the way and intercepted the shell. Probably she hit a spire or something that was in the way, and it hit the spire and detonated. Sometimes that does happen. Okay, the KV2 is still there, but unfortunately the cliff is getting in the way. You can see the red line, and that shows the rock face is obstructing. The T-103 is technically a one-shot. If we can get around near him or on him, it should kill him. And the T-34-85 is on the middle, on the Temple Mount. She spotted him. Trying to dial in as he moves, but he's gone. Kill goes to the Panther M10. We can't see the T-103 or the KV-2 for that matter at the moment. We're 2 up on the enemy. They've only got 2 heavy tanks and 2 tank destroyers left. One of those, of course, is the T-103. The other one is the SMB-CC56. Angelina's decided to help her teammates deal with the crocodile. Oh, KV2's been spotted. Now, can she get a shot? Yes, she can. Styling in. Rounds out. Can she get it? Yes, she does. And it's a one-shot now. In fact, he's a splash kill as well. That may have been the enemy Arty. They're trying to, or maybe the Crusader. But now she's going for the crocodile. Oh, and the Panther M10 tries to drop on top of him. But he's landed behind him. So we're going to fire into the front. And our hit points actually help the Panther M10 to get the kill. Angelina picked up 138 out of that shot and got the 80 as stun assist. So now there's only 3 enemies left, facing twice that number on our team. She's loaded and she's changing direction. She's going to go down the south route rather than try and go around the north. T-103 does have a 13cm main gun. We don't want to encounter that. It'll wipe us out with one shot. Oh, KV2's gone down. So now it's just 2 enemies remaining. But I had the sneaking suspicion the SMV-CC is somewhere in the rear and waiting for one of our team to move forward. In fact, the T103 actually went down to the south. He's dialing in as fast as she can. He is a one shot. I need to get around near him. Oh, not close enough, but the Crusader gets him instead. There's only one enemy remaining, the SMVCC. And he's been found. He's right at the back. He's a little outside range at the moment. We might be able to get him if we go up on... Oh, we can hit him. We are within range. Okay, let's put a round onto him. He's decided to throw all caution to the wind. That shot stuns him and does some damage, but it doesn't stun our teammate. And the Hellcat's decided to perch over the edge. That cost the Hellcat a little there. And now he's being trolled by the enemy. Well, we could put around him, but we might actually damage our teammates. We do. And that was good because it stunned him. And he got killed. So that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results for the first replay, and that was a first-class tanker for Angelina75 in the Hummel. Not the first time she's had that. In fact, I think Angelina's had many aces in this Hummel. She also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 8, and she got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. And she actually didn't get a single kill in that game, which means that every tank she fired at contributed towards the Confederate medal. And yes, on the ace tanker, I should have actually pointed out, I did point out during the battle, she's had many aces because she's got the marks on the side of the vehicle for the achievement. Her win rate was 2,587, which is Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be that T103. He got a high caliber for 3,907 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to Angelina with 1,880. And the third highest damage was that SMVCC 56, who managed 1,865. When it came to kills, the high scorer was in fact shared between the VK2801-105 on our team and also the T103 on the enemy team. And in second place, we can say the Panther M10 and the Hellcat both had 3 kills as well. Angelina didn't have any. But when it came to base XP, Angelina's right at the top with 832. With the second place going to the Panther M10 with 830, and so did the Hellcat, exactly the same. So yes, and I think you could actually say third place goes to the M43 76 wet as well. When it went to details, 17 shots fired, which is quite a lot. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 12 splash. So which one did she penetrate in this game? I'm looking at the list, trying to think. Which one did she penetrate? Did she penetrate the AMX? Yes, right at the start of the game, we saw that. The guy was going through the pass. Angelina lined up a shot ahead of his path, reckoning where he was going to go. And she absolutely worked it out exactly where he would go. She fired the shell in. It struck the vehicle, went right through him, penetrated him for 600 hit points, which is, of course, a high roll. Very nice shot to start the game with. She also picked up, as I said, 1,880 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, didn't get any kills. 352 hit points of damage assistance and 271 hit points of stun assist of 12 stuns. On a free-to-play account, she made a profit of 662 credits. I know it's not a lot, but yes, it is a profit on a free-to-play, and they are difficult to get. And 1,664 experience points out of that game as well. So yes, first shot of pen, a very good pen, and it was, I suppose you could say it was a sign that this battle was going to be a good result at the end. So that's the end of the first replay. And Talon sent in another one, so let's see what his first response to Angelina's lead of a first-class bruiser and a Confederate. The second replay is in the M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG. We're located on the south spawn of Murovanka, and it's talon1958 of OLIMP to play it out. Now, let's see what he can do with an 8-inch howitzer with 1 mark of excellence. Game on! Well, this Arty is capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm of pin, 10.5 meters on the blast radius, and between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. The Arty only carries a few rounds, only 16 rounds in total, which means you have to make the best use of the shells you've got. But you can still do a lot of damage, even with just standard stun shells. As you can probably tell, my voice is a bit rough at the moment, but I'll carry on nonetheless. Okay, he's moving over to a firing position over on the west side. Ready to go. First tank he spots was a Skoda. Moving into position. Get a shot. Lined up, rounds out. Well, that was very close to the target, so I suspect he may have got a small amount of damage from that one. Now, the M40 M43 was actually designed from the M4. It was supposed to be a replacement for the M12. They built quite a few of those and sent quite a few to war, 74 of them in total out of the 100 that they built. But they needed a new Arty, and this was the design that they thought they'd come up with. The good thing is they can match a 155mm howitzer or the 8-inch howitzer. Now, he put that one a little behind the Skoda, but it did track the guy. They planned to build 600 of the M40, but they actually only built 311 in total afterwards. Originally, they were the M43, they were also going to build 600, but instead, they converted some of the M40s into M43s. By August of 1945, they'd actually built 8 of the M43s, and 311 of the M40s. And they did serve in Korea, although they served alongside the M41 HMC, the Gorilla. He's having difficulty trying to get a shot on that Pisante. Decided not to fire just yet. Oh! Now that's interesting. We've got another tank just behind. In fact, it's the Skoda. Just behind that building. So he's going to fire and see if he can get both of them. Well, he got the Pisante for sure for 364. Oh, enemy Arty. You heard that rumble in the distance. That means that the enemy Arty was firing in this direction. I don't think he was actually aiming at us specifically. The shell wasn't close enough, really. Now, this vehicle actually had an ammunition carrier, which was called the T-30. Was going to carry all the ammunition for the vehicles, but then they cancelled it in December 1944. Well, that one got some stun. They did actually build another version of the vehicle, which was actually called the T-94. And that had a 250mm mortar, so it became the 250mm mortar motor carriage. And in fact, they actually had a 10-inch mortar as well. It was designed in February of 1945 as one prototype, but it never got put into production. It would have been quite interesting to have a mortar based on that with that caliber. Oh, well, that's a kill. He finally got that Pisante. And with killing that Pisante, it's allowed his team to move forward quite massively. Got a 3-tank advantage now. And that ISU is being trolled. Yes, he's got a T-34 giving him prostate exams. He has to move, but it's too late. He's gone. But we've got other tanks over here we can fire at. And that's the AMX CDA 105. Rounds out. He pulls back straight away because he knows the round's inbound. So he obviously has the early warning. This Arty could only do a maximum speed of 38.6 kilometers an hour. It wasn't very fast, but that's because the howitzer was quite heavy, actually. T-28 making her way towards the Magic Forest as quickly as he can. Not quick enough. Now, people are ignoring the SU-130 PM. He's over this side of the map, and I think, yep, pretty sure Talon is lining up a shot based on the mini-map to show exactly where he was. Sometimes this is a viable way of actually getting a kill on an enemy tank you can't see. He's trying to work out where he thinks it might be. He's looking at all the trees that have been knocked down. Decides it's there. Our advantage over the enemies down to 2 now. Now the standard reload for this Arty is actually 44.1, and you can see here that Talon's got it down to 35.72. So he's reduced by 9 seconds. Only 8 rounds left. Well, nothing in sight and no clue as to where the enemy might be. They've knocked a few trees down to give camo area, but we can't see anybody firing from those positions. And at last we've got somebody to shoot at, and it's the SMV-CC67. Does take a little while for it to dial in, and that's why it does help with the rotation device on this Arty. Rounds out. And it does extract some hit points. Or at least it appeared to. Maybe that was somebody else getting a shot just as our shell went in. There he is. We're fully dialed in. And he's on the corner. Rounds out, going for the engine bay. Oh! Second kill. Oh, enemy RT firing. And he did stun us, but he couldn't get close enough to get some damage. But it does indicate the enemy RT is definitely over on the east side of the map. And there he is, the Lorraine. SU-130 PM has been spotted, but we're trying to get him. Oh, he's drowning himself. What a waster. You don't do that. And he's drowned. Good RT players never drown. They always fight to the bitter end. Mainly because it's more fun that way as well. Especially if you ram an enemy tank to death. Well, that SU-130 PM has been rammed to death. And a few other enemies have suddenly come into sight. We're loaded, we're not dialed in yet, but that Scorpion is about to take a shot, I think, at somebody. And now he's going to be fired at. Rounds out. And I'm pretty sure that exploded right in front of him. Yes, the enemy appears to be occupying the back of the map. Looking for any clue, any trees being knocked down, anything that will tell you where the enemy might be hiding. Looking at the disposition, they've got a CS52 Liss, MXCDA 105, a Borsig, and a Scorpion. Well, we know where the Scorpion was last seen and the MXCDA. The only one we really don't know the story about is the CS52 Liss. Last seen in the Magic Forest, and he hasn't been seen since. And, well, the 4.6, the other one, and the MXCDA just killed our Samur. Rounds out on the bush. It's a reasonably good guess because it looked like trees have been knocked down to provide cover. It was the position where the AMX CDA was last seen. And yes, he is on the move. There's the list. Okay, the fox. Let's see what we can do. Okay, lined up a shot. Rounds out. Oh, it's going to hurt. And it's another kill, but not for us. It's actually for our list. But we managed to extract some hit points from him first. 184 and 127 stun assist. So now there's only 3 of them left. The Borsig's in sight. He's being bullied by a Kanonen Jagdpanzer, who is going to try and get behind him. Of course, the Borsig has a turret of sorts. And the Borsig goes down in the end to our list. And that just leaves 2 enemies remaining, facing 5 of us. Okay, we've got our Ripper pattern making his way along the red line of the map. Forest Spirit is staying hidden for the moment, trying to get shots on anyone who sticks their nose up. The Nomad at the edge of the Magic Forest. And the other member of our team, who happens to be the Liss, is making his way up the river, or the side of the map, and trying to come in from the other side. So they're going to try and catch them in a crossfire. Of course, we're waiting for any sign. It looks like somebody just took a hit. The Ripper pattern might actually be in contact. Oh, he's found him. Rounds out. Here we go. Well, that's certainly caused him problems, because now he's lost 269, but he does kill our Ripper pattern. But he goes down immediately afterwards to the list. So only 1 remaining enemy, the Scorpion. And I'm pretty sure we've got some hit points off that guy already, because remember, Talon actually landed a shell right in front of him. He is badly damaged. He goes down to the list very quickly. Oh, in fact, it was the Nomad who got the kill. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the M40 M43. He managed to make a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10, and his win rate for the game was 2,391, which is very good. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be the MX-CDA. He managed 3,083 hit points in total. Second highest damage was the Liss on our team with 2,611. Third highest damage, well, that turned out to be the Kari on our team with 2,299, just beating their SU-130PM with 2,292. We can see that Talon got 1,832, who's beaten by, well, 4 members of the enemy team and 2 of his own, which puts him in 7th place when it comes to damage. When it came to kills, though, we can see the high scorer was the SU-130PM on the enemy team. 4 kills to him, 3 kills to our Liss, 2 kills to Talon, and also the T-34-2 and the AMX-CDN Scorpion on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he's in 2nd place because the Liss managed 1,043, the only player to get over 1,000 base, and 833 went to Talon in 2nd place, with the T-34-2 getting 728. Talon fired 14 rounds in the game. He got 1 direct hit on the enemy and 15 splashes. 1,832 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Did receive 1 hit by way of splash, but it only stunned him in this game. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, and 485 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. He earned a profit of 67,734 credits on a premium account, including getting a 65,000 bonus. And he also picked up 2,499 experience points. And that was the best game he's had so far this week. But it's not the only game. He probably will have more later on this week. But sadly, it doesn't beat Angelina. Yes, because if you remember, in the previous game, Angelina got a first-class bruiser and Confederate. And I'm afraid Talon, he could only get a second class. So I'm afraid Angelina is definitely still in the lead with her first-class bruiser and Confederate. and Talon just has to keep working to try and get a better result before the weekend. He's got until Saturday night. If he hasn't got a better score on Saturday night, then Angelina will win the contest again. She won last week, and she will get a line on Sunday morning, and Talon will have to pick up or make the breakfast. And if not, if it's Talon who gets a better replay, then he will be the one lying in bed instead. We'll have to just see, because there'll be more replays coming later on in the week. Hope you enjoyed this pair. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.